So folks are reaching out to me on a regular basis from all walks of life, different employment, different income levels, different parts of the country, different parts of the world. And I actually had somebody reach out to me just the other day. I think they worked at Target or Walmart or maybe Costco. They're all starting to run together. And they were asking about the future of the economy, about the safety of their job, and ultimately what'll happen in the future if, let's just say, for instance, the Federal Reserve gets their wish and folks are massive amounts of layoffs, projections 1.2 million folks losing their jobs. What's going to be what happens after that? Because they're questioning, and this is not just them. I'm getting this so many more emails coming through, messages in the group, DMs, phone calls, conversations, and it's like, well, if this is true, if the Fed is truly trying to slow the economy and tank the jobs market, what happens? Does everybody just like not have any money? Is there a massive wave of evictions, foreclosures? Who's going to do the work? Like, what's going to happen? Well, let's look at it like this. It's going to be similar to what we're seeing in the housing market, or what we saw in the housing market, and there will be increased competition. And as the layoffs start occurring, the waves of layoffs start occurring, then the competition is going to increase for those willing to do the work and do it better and possibly do it for less, reducing the overhead costs and expenses of these businesses and these companies and these corporations. Now, the craziest part about it is this is going to be short-lived. And I met a young woman today who actually worked at the Dollar Tree. And I was at the Dollar Tree, and I had a conversation with her briefly as I was trying to check out, which, unbeknownst to me, Dollar Tree now has self-checkout, which ironically, as I'm walking through and trying to figure out what's going on, because there's a register, but there's no one there, but I wasn't used to self-checkout at the Dollar Tree. So I said, hey, real quick, can I just check out? And she has to be one of the most intelligent, eyes wide open, smart young women that I've met in quite a long time. And she said, oh, come this way. Let me take you to my replacement, without skipping a beat. And I was like, wait, there's no way she just said that. And she takes me to a self-checkout station. And I said, what did you say? And she says, oh, we have self-checkout, and this is where you check out. I'm not even really supposed to check anybody out. I'm just kind of, this is going to help the stores run basically on a skeleton crew of just one employee. And with me not having to do the checkouts, then I can do other things until they find new ways to replace the people to do those things. And then I'll just be out of a job. And I said, wow, it's interesting that you say that. I said, if you don't mind me asking, you seem rather young. And she says, no, I'm 18 years old. I'm 18 years old, and I don't come from money. I'm trying to do the best that I can. And, this is the best job that I was able to get right now. I'm looking for better opportunities, but, I'm not blind to the fact that I'm being replaced. Workers are being replaced by computers and AI and technology and these self-checkouts and automation and apps and drones. The typical average blue-collar worker is going to face elimination as technology and employment evolves. And sad to say, there is a huge question mark on what's going to happen to these people, to these families, as their income is reduced and or eliminated. And unless you are willing to go out and break your back for little to no pay, you have to have a You have to be a business owner. You have to be an investor. You've got to be on the right side of that cash flow quadrant, was what I was telling you guys about in previous videos. But you're going to have to, because the employees and possibly self-employed are going to be worked into the ground, all for a wage that probably won't be able to live. You won't be able to live off of. And strangely enough, this young woman says, I'm doing the best I can. She goes, I'm trying to go to school. Right now, I'm living in my car, but I'm afraid of not being able to pay my tuition, not being able to buy my books. And I gotta figure out something soon, because I see the writing on the wall. I hear about the problems in the economy, and fortunately for me, I'm going to school. I'm actually going to school to get a degree in finance. So this is all relevant to me, and my ultimate goal of becoming a CPA, and which is actually a really great idea, a really great direction. I told you guys this before. One thing that'll probably never go away is going to be the IRS, and that would continuously create a need for CPA, certified public accountants, which I've said it before, I've mentioned it before, I've even reacted and reviewed and explained some of his videos. But Brian Kim with Clear Value Tax is just that. And he went out on a limb after quiet quitting with his employer, after they pretty much just completely disrespected him for the work that he was doing and the compensation that he was going to receive, and decided to go on about his own business. And he's actually created a really, really fantastic and phenomenal business for himself. He also has a really successful YouTube channel, Clear Value Tax. But the beauty of it is that taxes are not going away. The IRS is not going away. Tax codes are going to forever be changing. And although there are companies like Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block, TurboTax, and things like that, there will always be a need for the human component of taxes, especially for those with relatively complex and complicated taxes to be completed, and or those interested in not paying more taxes than they need to, which I spoke to you guys about briefly in a video that I put up yesterday. And if anyone is interested in learning more about taxes and tax planning and tax strategy, I'll leave it with this. There's a big difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. And the big corporations and the 1% and the uber wealthy, they use tax planning as a means of tax avoidance. And they use their money for them and for their businesses, instead of just giving it to Uncle Sam to be wasted and sent and spent with other countries. Now, but the tax codes are going to forever be changing. And for the folks out there that are looking to maximize every dollar they make by reducing every dollar they have to pay in taxes, are going to be relying and leaning heavily on the best of the best, the brightest of the brightest CPAs and tax advisors and tax planners and tax strategists out there to maintain their wealth. So they're not just spinning their wheels, making more money to fork over to the IRS. They're not interested in supporting these new 87,000 soldiers. We're going to call them soldiers, because I don't know why IRS agents need weapons training and assault rifles, but hey, it's neither here nor there. But the crazy part about it is that this young woman is clearly paying attention to what's going on, and I really do hope that she is able to succeed and make it and accomplish her goals before it is too late, before there's a major setback, because the clock is ticking. The Fed has an agenda. The economy is in a downward spiral. The housing market is in shambles. Auto industry as well. Economic Ninja posted a video. Auto Industry Insider. You might want to go check that out. But the simple fact of the matter is AI technology, self-checkouts, more ways and means for companies to eliminate the human workforce and reduce their overhead expenses, cut down on payroll. That's going to be the direction that they're going. And as the employee, as the worker, as folks out there relying on these types of jobs and positions, you got to pay attention to the warning signs, and you have to take action and execute on a plan so that you don't get smoked in this in this in this dumpster fire of an economy that we have right now. But either way, you guys check out this video next if you haven't seen it already, and then this one here is going to be another great one for you as well. You guys be careful, be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.